Well, out here trying out these new arrows that we built. Seem to be working pretty good. I'll get explaining to you what all we did to them. I've been wanting to try this ever since I seen it on the internet because it made perfect sense to me. But I got that when working on the FOC and building a real heavy arrow for my hunting. If you listen to it, you should be able to hear it. It's slapping that target pretty hard. Getting good penetration. That's what it's all about. With this Martin 50-pound recurve, that's what I'm trying to do, is make sure I blow all the way through them. The stuff I've been watching on the videos, learn a lot. Let me get my arrows, be right back. Back in my day, it was a lot simpler. 45 years ago, you bought you a recurve, went down to the local hardware store, and got you a handful of cedar shaft arrows. Have a bare broadhead on them, fletching, about 5-inch fletching, and you go out there and have at it. Well, we had more having at it than we had bringing home. But anyway, my son has been a great help to me, because I don't quite understand all of this new stuff, but this arrow is it's an axis, eastern axis, 5mm. We took this arrow, and the spline on it's 340. We ended up with the FOC somewhere, there we go. Now, as you can see how much tail shaft I got, how little I have on the front. Well, the way I understand it, and it made perfect sense, this is your steering lever. The longer this lever, the easier it steers. Makes sense. I use levers all the time at work. Then on the other hand, the shorter the lever this way, the easier it is for this lever to overcome this lever, which is going to have that broadhead on it. So I was going to do this when I got my broadheads, but they didn't show up yet. So I figured I'd go ahead and work out like this with you. Now, this arrow, I've got a 200 grain field tip, because I'm going to shoot a 200 grain broadhead. This is called a footing. That's to strengthen this arrow because of all this weight forward, which is 25.5% is what this arrow is on the weight forward. Now, the total weight on this arrow is 691 grains. That's pretty heavy arrow for a 50-pound recurve, but it's doing all right with them. I lost some speed, but what I lost in speed, I'm going to gain on penetration and momentum. Now, the way we achieve that, we use this, and I hope the company forgives me if I pronounce her name wrong, but I think it's Epic. I can't pronounce it, but maybe you'll recognize the logo. But what it is, your field tip footing. All right, this is your insert with an outsert, 1/2-inch outsert. Make sure your arrows are good and square, because that's going to sit on the end of that arrow. Now, these are marked in intervals. I took 2 off, which was 26 grains. Now, when you install that in your arrow, then you have to take the arrow and you have to sand it a little bit to get this to fit. Now that will slide over and go over the arrow shaft too, which is giving it that extra support. You can glue it on, they said, or you can hold it on with your tip. Seemed to work pretty good. I got, without the tip, this weighs 186 grains. The 200 grain tip, so that's a lot of weight forward. Now, that was 10 yards I just shot, and my sights is adjustable. You know, it's a single pin, but it's adjustable. Shooting a single pin, you might not get much more than 15 to 18 yards with this kind of recurve, because that's you know, because it's heavy. But we'll see when I get up in the tree stand. Once I get it finished, we're going to see if the tree stand sight will help me overcome that drop that I'm going to have. I'm sacrificing speed, little speed and trajectory, but I think I'm gaining the part that I need, which is the momentum. Now, when I get my broadheads, I'm going to go with a 200 grain single bevel broadhead. It's called a Cutthroat. They're made in Colorado, made in America. It's a solid piece of steel. They machine it. The entire broadhead is one piece of steel. There's no aluminum. There's no gluing on or pinning on with the ferrule. It's just made out of one piece. It's supposed to be super strong. They offer a lifetime guarantee. You bend it, you break it, they'll give you another one. You know, you can't get much better than that. But they're not that expensive. They're about 15, 16 bucks a piece by the time you pay your freight. But that's not too bad. Just don't lose them. But anyway, it won't be long, and I'll have all this bow tuned up and ready to go, other than just practicing. And when I start making videos next week, I'm gonna break out the smoke poles. We're gonna do a little smoke pole shooting, get that ready. Because as my wife says, when hunting season ends, all I do is start getting ready the next day for next year. Florida Cracker Outdoors. See you next time.